Hey everyone.
I'm Holly,
And I'm Amanda.
and this is Beyond Besties.
Big day for you.
Finally, yeah, because I'm gonna do most of the talk.
I know. This is the Holly show today.
My God,
I'm just gonna sit here and learn.
I have all these notes.
You came prepared.
I did. I came with receipts. Oh my God! But thank God I had to use a little water. I wasted water. I had this because
It's okay.
Like, Yeah, I know. I feel like an abomination right now. Stop using AI. But today we're going to talk about divination.
Yep.
She's like, yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing. I'm gonna be learning with everybody else today.
You have your participation.
You'll get your participation papers.
You'll get your participation trophy by the end of the episode. Don't worry. So, for those of you in the audience that don't know what divination is, it's the practice of seeking hidden knowledge, guidance, or insight about the future or a specific situation or the unknown using the occult, supernatural, or intuitive means, which is basically all the same thing. And it bridges the gap between normal knowledge and the mysteries of the universe through ancient traditions and varied techniques. So, depending on where you came from, you'd use different tools to contact the other side and get information regarding future events.
Yeah.
That's like probably how some wars were decided.
Jesus Christ.
You think about it, like Napoleon. It mentions him in here. So there's a lot of different things and things you wouldn't even think about. Some things I didn't even know about, surprisingly. I'm sure there's more if I had more time and did a deeper dive. I think I'm missing one. But anyway, that's really an itch I have to scratch. I'm like, I know I'm missing one. So we'll start off like with the fairly most common ones.
Yeah.
Would call it.
Yeah.
That people know about. So but it has a specific name. So like things like the tarot, oracle readings, anything to do with cards is cartomancy. So interpreting the layout of cards, most commonly seen in tarot or oracle. The origin of pictographic cards is unknown. Many folks believe they came out of India, China, or Turkey, or with traveling Romani people, which is the most common thing that I've heard.
Yeah.
The Romani. That's actually, they use the cards just like this. An actual deck of playing cards.
Yeah.
And they just use the numbers and the pictures. They had different meanings, and I can like briefly go through those. What is known is that by the 1500s, playing cards were very popular with lower classes and often cited as a vice by clerical and governmental documents throughout Europe. They received widespread appreciation from the highest ranks, including Bohemian Emperor Rudolph II and Madame Lenormand, who is reputed to have provided psychic guidance to Napoleon's Empress Josephine. Yet cards have almost always been popular among the lower classes, too. Cards came to America with settlers, sailors, and soldiers. In fact, in the late 1700s, a popular ballad called The Soldier's Prayer Book described the suits, pips, and enumeration of playing cards in terms of biblical metaphor.
Okay.
For example, the 5s represent the 5 wounds of Christ, the 9s are the 9 lepers healed by Jesus, and the 10s are the 10 commandments. While the song may have been a whitewash for gambling soldiers eager to keep one of the few portable entertainments allowed them, it does register an important point. Cards make wonderful tools for metaphoric interpretation. So why playing cards? For one thing, playing cards are of one kind or another have been more or less easily accessible since the 1600s and are extremely versatile. The cards you play a game of blackjack with one day can be used to reveal the future the next. They also travel well in a pocket or easily replaced if they get torn or damaged. Plantation owners in the antebellum South often thought little of slaves having decks of playing cards to amuse themselves in their few off hours, though in some places stricter masters prohibited them altogether. Getting tongue-tied. William Wells Brown, who was provided a slave narrative for a character named Uncle Frank, claimed that each plantation also had at least one fortune teller somewhere on the premises, and at least few of them used playing cards. Wow. Today, playing cards are an excellent way of divining even in plain sight. No one thinks much of two people over a table full of diamonds, spades, clubs, hearts, etc. So, like, basically the suits all have different representations, like in tarot. Like, you have the tarot, you have the major arcana, minor arcana, and they're all numbered. The major arcana are numbered, and they're both numbered, but they all, like, have different meanings. But you'll find similarities. Hearts represent family, friends, love, obviously.
Okay.
Clubs, work and business, one's calling or destiny. Diamonds, money, luck, fortune, happiness. Spades, tears, suffering, woe, war, fighting, violence.
Oh,
Obviously.
okay. So they were like split up between the like hearts,
Suits, yeah.
suits. That's what I
And so like the picture cards represent people. Well, like the
king,
major
queen.
the major cards, like the king, the queen. So jacks are young. So like that's similar. Like you would equate a jack to a knight or a page in the tarot, because
That wouldn't be like
that would represent a younger person.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of transfers.
What would the Joker be?
A wild card. I'm not sure. I don't. Yeah, let me just see.
Did they have
With the
Joker
Joker-
cards back then?
Yeah. So like, I would assume they have. Let me find one. It doesn't really say anything on it.
Oh, do they have things on there?
They have on this particular deck. They have like
Oh, let me
little explanations on it.
Oh, so this is the 6 of diamonds, number 51, and it says the lion presages a sudden shock from bad news.
Uh-oh.
That doesn't sound like money. That
Well,
does not sound great.
in regards to money.
Shouldn't this be a spade?
In regards to a money situation, probably. I'm trying to find out what it represents in this deck. I know it's been a while since I used these. I did pick these up in Salem.
Oh.
We'll circle back to it, but I'm sure, like, I know the Joker you can use for something. There's a reason why they're in there. So you even have extra Jokers.
Extra.
So they have a use. They have a use. So aces are beginnings. That's 1. 2s, pairs, couples. 3s, growth, wishes. 4s, decisions. 5s, groups, bodily things, gains, losses. 6, paths. 7s, epitome cards, aversion, trouble. 7s are actually good cards, though. Like, I don't know, like, yeah, well, I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty, but like 7 is a spiritual number. It's like a kind of a spiritual number too. So, 8s, talking, ideas. 9s, patience, ambition, expansion. 10s, completion, endings. I kind of like want to revert that 9s are usually complete. That's in a spiritual way, but I don't know. I'm thinking angelic numbers. But yeah, so like all the cards have, those are their meanings, and like you would think like, so like there's 52 cards, there's 52 weeks in a year.
Mm-hmm.
You can break stuff up like that, like you know. So you think about things like that. And then, you know, there's the intuitive part, like if you can do a reading for someone with a handbook, or you can do it with like just you.
So how do you actually learn with playing cards? Because is there like a directional, like, you know, say like you're just starting out, like say I tried to do it, and
well, you take
I'm taking out the 6 of diamonds, and I'm like, I have no idea what this means.
You look at, like, you pull a card, let's say a queen, and then you pull like a bunch of diamond cards.
Yeah.
So like, let's say the queen of.
But how do you learn it? Is there like a book you can use, like when you're? How do you try it? Like, do you do it on yourself first?
Yeah. So you practice with yourself a lot.
I wouldn't want to know what's coming.
And then like you practice like with someone else, like, you know, friends, family, or I mean, can be even brave enough and to like practice on random people. Like if you're like. You chat somebody. Let's say you chat somebody up in a coffee shop or whatever, and like, and then it just comes up in conversation. And I just so happen to have my tarot with me or something like that.
If something's like bad news, though, I wouldn't want to be the bearer of bad news. I wouldn't want to be like, So
I've been in that situation.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
She was on. Okay, so I made her cry. She was on, in my defense, she was on the verge anyway.
Okay.
And I'm like, are you sure you want me to read your cards for you? Because, like, we don't have to do this. Like, I was just like, and I think she felt, like, pressured by her mom. Like, I was at the wellness fair at Holly's.
Okay.
And I was doing free readings, like free 15-minute readings, whatever. Mm-hmm. And her mom, I think, really pressured her into doing it. And I was like, really don't. I mean, you can say no.
Yeah.
As a reader, because you're like, you kind of have to read the room, you know. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. If I see someone who's just like on the brink like that, I'm not the one. Now I know what my boundaries are with it, and I'm not. I'm like, nope, I'm not. Nope. Nope. And I made another woman cry, but it was in a positive way.
Okay.
So that she was like happy with her reading.
Oh, that's good then.
So like the regular playing cards have 52 cards, and where's my?
I
have an actual deck of tarot. So these have 72.
Okay, so they're different than the playing cards.
And it just depends on what you like, because there are so many kinds of tarot, but the themes are always the same. Like, they always have, like, some kind of representation of the different, the breakdown, like oh gosh.
Do you have to do all 72, or can you just do, like, one?
You can do one card pull. You can do a 3-card pull. You can use the whole deck. It's the world's your oyster, really. So like the breakdown of the major arcana is like the things like the Fool, the Magician, the Devil, Death, all of those kinds of cards. The Tower card. Those are actually like pretty severe cards I'm talking about. But like, if I pulled all of those in your reading, I'd be like, whoa.
I'd be like, do I need to start making plans? Like,
that spread right there. I was like, wait a minute. I'm glad I'm not doing an actual reading. Actually, the Magician is not bad. The Fool is not bad. Like, it just depends on like.
Sound good.
It just depends on what cards are pulled after it, before it or after it. It's like if that's the first card you're pulled. It's not as bad as you think, but it just depends on the cards that are after it.
But if it's at the very end, it's not great.
That kind of empower it. Like the last card kind of just like sums it all up. So you have wands, cups, swords, and pentacles in tarot.
Okay.
You have 72 cards. These are all the major arcana and minor arcana. The minor arcana make up most of the deck, because you have like 10 of everything.
Okay.
I think up to 10 of everything. Up the number, if I'm quoting it correctly. I'm like, I know it, but I don't. I have like But yeah, so you shuffle the cards like in an oracle deck. I have an oracle deck. Hold on.
You came prepared.
I really did.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Holly did her homework.
I really did. This is what excites me. Oh, I have up to.
Oh my god.
I have a flamingo koozie.
That's not part of it though.
No. Just to give you examples, different examples. Like this is like.
How many do you have?
This is just some.
Wow.
I really have an issue. You can never have it. It's like you can never have enough.
It's like me and my cups.
Yes. You have a cup addiction. I have a card addiction.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. There you have it. So this is a Cancer daily oracle deck, like for your sign, which we'll get into astrology. I think that's one of the next topics, if not.
Oh, that's cute.
But an oracle deck, it's just
so this one's only 40 cards.
Yeah, so you can have as many as you want, as many or as few as you want. Some just have inspirational sayings on them, like if you just need an inspiration for the day. Mm-hmm. Like this is whimsical because it's for your astrological sign. It's usually positive. I made these.
You made those?
These. I laminated them and everything. So these are just like you just shuffle it and then pull one, and like it has a little whimsical positive saying.
So what?
You can just shuffle it. Like if one comes flying out, that's for you. That's usually like how I gauge it. Because if you've ever stopped on a YouTube video, they're shuffling and they're going, "Okay, spirit." They're asking spirit. They're talking to spirit. What is the message for today? Or
how many times do you have to shuffle it?
As many times as it, you feel like it's.
All right, and you just pick one?
Yeah. You can pick one, or you wait till one flies out. I usually wait till one flies out.
Oh, okay then.
So this one turned over. I don't usually do reverse meetings, but Page of Pentacles.
What does that mean?
Pentacles is money.
All right, this one kind of fell out, I think. Well, multiple ones fell out, so I don't know if that counts.
Just pick the one on top.
Okay. Be love?
Be love.
What does that mean?
Embody love, I guess. I take that as embody love.
Oh. Okay.
And all things that do with love. Like, love is love. You embody love, you attract more love. Like,
so how long ago did you make those ones?
God, I don't even remember. It was some point over 2020.
Oh, okay.
That's how I acquired all this information, because I went down the rabbit hole with everything.
Who didn't go in the rabbit hole about something during that period?
I just got these a little while ago.
Oh, that looks ominous.
Runes. I wish I had runes, because that is one of our topics of divination.
Have you ever done runes? What are runes actually?
They're a casting.
Like I know.
They're a casting thing.
Like the rocks.
Yeah, they're kind of like on that idea. But yeah, so like with tarot, you can do like spreads. I don't usually do that. I just do however many cards I feel like until the reading is done. I'm more like an intuitive reader than like an actual like. I know they have like the Celtic cross is like very like common spread to do. Like I don't do spreads, at least not in the traditional way. I'll lay the cards out in front of you so you could see them, and I can like if you have a question about like, oh, what does this one mean, or what is that like depict, because they have a lot of like my Brian got these for me for Christmas, and it's pretty, like, I'm pretty on point when I use these cards. These are like a fairy deck. They have like dragons and everything that I like anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like whatever, like I said, there's so many different, like there's a Golden Girls, but there's
Golden Girls.
There's
ones?
Golden Girls.
Here for that.
There's, oh my God, I have those. I want the Nightmare Before Christmas ones, and I want the Hocus Pocus ones.
Ooh, nifty.
They even have like horror themed. They have so many, but like the main thing is they have their own like
Meaning?
explanation, like
Okay.
what their major arcana is and what their minor arcana is. They always have a major and a minor arcana, just
Okay.
depicted with different
So
pictures.
What is the difference between a major and a minor?
Major is like all of the like major stuff, and the minor is like smaller details. So like major life events, like, you know,
Buying a house, getting married, something,
yeah, yeah, and like the other cards are like the, you know,
things that go along with it.
yeah,
or- Okay.
kind of like the explanation.
Okay.
You know, it tells a story. So like let's say the you pull up major arcana, that's like that's the chapter, the title of the chapter, and then like the minor arcana tells the story.
Okay. All right.
That's the best way I
okay,
can
that makes sense.
That's the best way I can describe it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm getting this all intuitively, by the way.
Okay.
And the Oracle deck is kind of like the same, but it's not as aggressive. Like your tarot cards can roast you. Like
Yeah.
I don't like the energy. Like I have the Aleister Crowley deck, and I don't like the energy of it. It's just very like negative, and I don't
Did
know.
someone own it before you? Maybe
No,
it's
I forget where I bought them. Forget where I
Have you
purchased
tried
them.
like doing your sage thing or clearing them?
Yeah, yeah, and that's important. I'm not gonna burn it, but anytime you do, before you start, who calling me? Before you start any kind of divination practice, always protect your self, clear your energy in the space that you'll be using. Usually, it's like a sacred space, so like an altar or like just some area that's like strictly for your divination. Obviously, if you're going out somewhere, like I said, some people like are brave enough to do it in a coffee shop. Like you sage yourself before you enter any kind of space or whatever, and put up your protection. And like anytime you're gonna like start, like just call on your guides, and you just do that in your head. You can do that in your head, and they'll like protect your space.
Yeah.
So yeah. So any questions about the cards?
So what is Oracle? Is that like the angel cards?
So it's like angel cards or anything that's like it's because it's so it doesn't have the major and minor arcana. It just like has its own like theme. Like you can have angel cards. I think I don't know if I brought them.
Like, because when I think like angel cards, I think of like, is it more spiritual, like in the religious sense?
It can be. It doesn't necessarily like these are runes, so that's like, you know, Nordic and that belief system. Like I have oracle cards that are like to do with like more witchcraft, like and they have all like, for instance, if I can open it. I promise we'll get through everything. This one has
Oh, and it comes with a book.
they all come with a book, so like you're not completely lost.
Okay.
So like what all the symbols mean. And it, like again, it does tell a story. You know, you just kind of have to like put the pieces together, and like they tell you like they'll have like, so like I have an archangel deck, like with all the archangels and what they mean, and which is really interesting. I just strictly used oracle cards in the beginning because like it was daunting to me. Like I'm like, how am I ever gonna remember like major, minor arcana and all the 78 cards? Like the most I had in my angel deck was like 44 or something like that, and you know, and they had all like positive meanings. I'm like, I don't want to pull the death card and be like, oh my God, you're going to die. That's not what it means. Death is like not a physical death, not usually. like I said, it depends on what cards follow. Death is like, can be a new beginning. It could be a death. It could be an ending.
Mm-hmm.
Could be an ending, represent an ending.
Okay.
Make way for a new beginning. Stuff like that. So, like I said, there's so many different, these are runes, and they tell you what the different runes mean. So, like, any oracle deck you buy, just whatever you're drawn to, usually comes with a handbook. But I like to do all my stuff intuitively now, so...
Well,
who needs a handbook?
You had to work up to that, though.
I had to, no, it's like a muscle. It's like spiritual learning. It's like when you have your awakening, it's a muscle. Like, you have to, like, train.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it to anyone who's, like, learning this. Like, the more you practice, the stronger you get. And, oh, boy. Oh, boy. So, yeah, onto the Ouija board.
Oh, yeah.
And I have one with me, but Amanda's like, no, we're not using it.
Dude, you use that, it's going to be a one-woman show.
It glows in the dark.
I understand that, but we're not in the dark, are we?
What kind? Well, I know we have all these lights on, but
I will allow you to pull it up. Like,
shoot. All right, let's
I will
just
be out of here so quick.
Let's just get into
I'm not
it.
fucking around and finding out.
It's also known generically as a spirit board or a talking board. So Ouija board is like the,
The 1900s term.
yeah, like what gave it its claim to fame. So it's a talking board, a flat surface marked with letters of the alphabet, numbers 0 to 9, the words yes or no, and a goodbye greeting. It uses a small heart-shaped piece of wood or plastic called a planchette as a movable indicator to allegedly spell out messages from the deceased or other supernatural entities during a seance.
Mm-hmm.
Seance.
I actually found some news articles.
Yes, and they're actually kind of funny.
Yeah, like
in a dark way.
Yeah. And they're like from the 1800s.
Yeah, so that's like when it came out.
Yeah,
like late 1800s. It's like
it
was like a parlor game.
This one's 1891. This one's 1891. So this is Port Huron, Michigan. The Times Herald in December 17th, 1891. And it says, a Wales sensation. A Ouija board creates great excitement. A doctor accused of grave robbery. It says, a queer story comes from the township of Wales. About 2 weeks ago, a young man came to Port Huron and purchased a Ouija board of Ed J. Rogers. He took it home, and the old town has been in an uproar ever since. The young man brought the board out at a party, and it soon revealed that the fact that grave robbers were abroad in the land. The next night, it told the crowd that robbers were at work in Mount Pleasant Cemetery, halfway between Thornton and Wales Center. This created intense excitement among the residents of that peaceful township. A committee started out on a tour of investigation. They brought up at the cemetery and could distinctly see a light moving around among the tombstones. Not one of the committee dare enter the cemetery, and they returned and reported progress. The Ouija board was brought out again. The crowd gathered around, and soon the little board began to talk. This time it was specific. It plainly told those present that Dr. H.C. Mudge had robbed the Kopfgen Cemetery burial lot. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. It even went into details and said that he had stolen the remains of Mrs. Herbert Kopfgen, who died about 3 months ago, and reburied the body in the garden in the back of his house. This created a tremendous sensation, and the news spread to all parts of the township and into Kimball and Kanawha. Dr. Mudge was indignant and threatened to bring suit for libel against someone. The excitement continued to grow. Finally, Mr. Kopfigan grew uneasy. He had known Dr. Mudge all of his life, and he was slow to believe that he would commit such a crime. Still, people talked. Mr. Kopfigan finally decided to investigate and find out whether or not the internal board was telling the truth. He procured the services of several trusted friends, and they proceeded to the graveyard. The work of digging commenced, and soon a spade struck the rough box containing Mrs. Kopfigan's coffin. A close examination disclosed the fact that the grave had not been disturbed. The doctor was exonerated, and the Ouija proved a liar. The next night, the crowd gathered around the board. It commenced to lie again, and in just 5 minutes, it was as fine as kindling wood. The excitement has subsided, and the old township of Wales is again right side up with care, but its citizens have no further use for the pesky old Ouija board. Dr. Mudge is still dealing out quinine to his patients.
Wow.
Imagine. That's nuts.
Caused quite the uproar.
Really? Like, oh my God.
Just the slip of the planchette. And
Oh, dude. Dude.
You're moving it. No, you're moving.
Yeah. And this one's from Anonymous. This one's from 1891. Enterprise Eagle in Enterprise, Kansas. The spirit board is still doing its vicious work. Men whom we thought had too much sense to couple their names with any such wicked proceedings as this device of the devil seems to be lending their presence and influence to a cause that they may regret for the rest of their lives. Names of the dead are pretended to be called up, and all sorts of foolish and irreverent questions are asked, and of course answered by manipulators of this fool spirit board. Gentlemen, we hope that you will take heed in time, place this board in the kindling box where it belongs, and save yourselves and others from humiliation ere to be too late. It looks to us as though it is poor policy for certain parents to preach reformation and respectability and practice one of the worst frauds ever perpetrated on an outraged community. We use strong language, but do not mean to insult or hurt anyone's feelings, but we believe we must fight the devil with fire. We honestly beg of you to take no offense at what we say.
Take no offense.
Yeah.
Pesky Ouija board.
And there was also a story, I think it was in 1908, of a man that divorced his wife over the Ouija board because she was possessed by the devil from the Ouija board. So he literally took the kids and ran. He divorced her, and the judge was like, yep.
Yep. Divorce settled over a Ouija board.
Literally.
Oh my God. All right. So the concept emerged from the mid-19th century American spiritualist movement. Grieving families sought comfort after the massive casualties of the American Civil War by turning to mediums who used crude talking boards to communicate with lost loved ones. Makes sense? In 1890, Baltimore entrepreneurs Charles Kennard and Elijah Bond recognized a lucrative business opportunity and patented the distinct board design as an innocent parlor game. The name Helen Peters, a medium and Bond's sister-in-law, asked the board what it should be called. The planchette spelled out Ouija, which the board claimed meant good luck. A later popular myth claimed it was a combination of the French oui and German ja, words for yes. So it
was originally called a Ouija.
Ouija. Ja. The modern toy. I love impersonating a German. Just ja. But anyway, one of my quirks. The modern toy. Employee William Fuld took over production in the early 1900s and leaned into the occult marketing. Parker Brothers bought the rights in 1967, which were eventually passed down to the toy giant Hasbro, who still holds the trademark today. Well, I have with me an original Parker Brothers Ouija board.
Yep. Yeah, you
And
do.
she goes, "And there it shall stay in the box." Can I at least open it?
You can, as long as you don't try to fuck with it. That's all
This is
I'm
just
saying.
show and tell.
Show and tell is fine. Just don't fuck with it.
Oh my god! I got 2 planchettes with it, and a little directions: care of board, how to make it glow. It glows in the dark. This is the one that glows in the dark. But yeah, so it's pretty simplistic. It's a board, like they say, with all the letters and the numbers, and you have like 2 people. Was it like max, or you have as many as?
I think you can have I don't know if there's like a number.
Like I know there's always a group.
I know you're not supposed to use it alone.
Well, yeah. I mean, technically, if you have all your protections up, it's okay. Because, like, if you're using a pendulum...
Girl, don't fuck around and find out.
I've used a pendulum like that.
No, I mean a board. Don't do it.
I've used a pendulum board with a pendulum with the yes, no, and the numbers on it, yes.
Girl, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I don't have I couldn't find my pendulum
That's because...
in my little board.
That's because there's no...
For a reason? You think...
For a reason,
I
yeah.
just think because I'm not organized and I can't find it at the moment. Because
That too.
I need to organize. But that being said, yeah, so like 2 people like...
Oh, you gotta put the directions back.
Oh. Can't. I'll be lost without the... Remember Furbies? I'm getting off topic here.
Dude, my Furby was haunted, dude.
That, I don't know, it just popped in my head. They were possessed.
They absolutely
I had to take the batteries out, and I'm not 100% sure, but they may have still worked without the batteries.
All I know is me and my sister stuck ours in in my closet, like the tall closet, and literally put like a bunch of blankets on. You would still hear that motherfucker going off.
Yeah, it would go off in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Wendell, play. I'm like, excuse me.
Nope.
You should not be talking. Shut it off, and it would turn on.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Hell no.
I think I had to take the batteries out.
Hell no.
And I still think it worked without the like, nope.
And I just remember we wanted one so bad.
Like,
and then
what
as soon
fresh
as
hell
it
is
started
this?
going off in the middle of the night, me and my sister were like, this ain't it. This ain't it.
This
I'm
ain't
sorry,
it.
Dad.
But
thank you for getting us the Furbies, but this ain't it.
yeah, I put them in. I think Brian put them in his room, and he had like a drawer in his bed, and he said they still went off in the middle of the night.
It's so much was wrong with those little things.
I don't know.
So much was wrong with those.
I don't know what in the. Oh my god.
Hell no. That's all I know.
Hell to the no.
Hell
All
to
right.
the no.
So.
Sorry, we got off topic.
Yeah, way off topic. They're, try to debunk it. Scientists and psychologists universally attribute the movement of the planchette to the I can't talk today. Ideomotor effect, rather than ghosts or demons. Some subconscious reflexes, like, you create movement in your hands, so it moves the planchette one way or the other.
Yeah.
Collective illusion, because the planchette's features smooth felt padding on the slick board, very little friction to like prevent movement. Makes it glide easy. So
Yeah.
1 + 2, equals 3. So like you're moving it because it's easy to move.
Yeah.
The blindfold proof, this psychological basis has been proven in numerous blind studies. When participants are blindfolded and the board is secretly turned upside down or rotated, the planchette spells out absolute gibberish or moves toward blank spaces where the letters used to be. Though mass-produced as a game, the board sits at a fascinating intersection of psychology, grief, and pop culture. It's transitioned heavily into horror fiction after the 1973 film The Exorcist, spawning a modern urban folklore. Pop culture rules dictate that players must never use it alone, never play in a cemetery, must always move the planchette to goodbye to properly close the spiritual gateway and avoid leaving a portal open. I agree with that.
Yeah.
You have to respect your people on the other side, entities, whatever
Or
you interact with.
Hear me out. Don't use it.
There's a certain etiquette. And if you go in like a child playing by themselves,
Don't.
there's a
fuck around.
possibility.
Like,
Yeah. Unsupervised child, by the way.
Oh, don't fuck around and
This
find
is why,
out.
yeah. Check on your children.
Remember the commercials?
It's 10 o'clock. Where are your children? Parents are like, fuck, I have kids. What?
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Our parents didn't know where we were. Out running the streets. So we're going to get into astrology.
Ooh.
That's our next topic.
Okay.
So
Oh, you got a whole ass thing there.
Well, this is actually a tarot cloth.
Okay, so
So, like, kind of reverting a little bit, going back a little bit, you can, like, lay the cards out. Some of them have the actual spread on it, like a cheat sheet.
okay.
It's kind of funny. But you just for, like, you know, to fancy it up. You don't really... I like that because I like it has all
The astrological,
signs on it. We were just talking about this a little bit before. Just like, so what house in like there's all. I'm not gonna tear apart a natal chart, but I'll just like get into their explanation. So astrology is charting the positions and movements of celestial bodies to understand human affairs and personality traits. A practice and belief system that suggests a connection between the positions of the celestial bodies like the sun, moon, and planets, and earthly events or human affairs. Tracking back to ancient Babylonian and Mesopotamian roots, it utilizes tools like horoscopes and birth charts.
Okay.
They rely on several key concepts to interpret personality traits and life paths. A birth chart, natal chart, they're one and the same. A snapshot of the exact astronomical layout at the moment of a person's birth, featuring the following primary 3: sun, moon, rising. Your rising is actually more important than your sun, I guess.
Oh.
I'm coming to find out. Or, I mean, there's arguments for things like people. I'm like studying this, and then people can't agree. I'm like, fuck, which is it?
Make up your mind.
Make up your goddamn mind. For there's people who are trying to figure this shit out for the first time are really getting frustrated. Like, come on, get it together. So your major 3 is your sun, moon, and rising sign. So the sun is like, I'm a Cancer. I was born June 30th. You're a Gemini. You were born within the parameters of the Gemini.
Yeah.
Your moon sign is your sun sign is your outward. Your moon sign is your inner, your emotions.
Okay.
So I'm a Gemini moon. I'm a Cancer, but I'm a Cancer rising. So I'm Cancer, Gemini, Cancer.
So how do you... I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense, but I
understand
promise you it will make a whole bunch of sense when you start, like, if you do your chart and you start reading about all of the thing. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm an asshole.
Astrology for dummies?
Yes, they do. I actually had the book. I did have the book.
I was just kidding.
No, they do.
Oh my god. I was just kidding, but I would get that.
But there's Western astrology and there's Vedic astrology.
There's what?
Western astrology is like the
What's
one
the
that's
other
typically that's the one that's typically talked about.
Yeah.
Is the Western astrology. Nobody ever really talks about the Vedic astrology.
Vedic?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Western so like they base it off the 12 zodiac signs, 12 constellations. The sun moves through the elements: air, fire, earth, water.
Okay.
And each there's 3 signs under each element. So the fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Earth is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Air is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And water is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces.
Okay. I've heard of that. Like, I'm a water sign, I'm an air sign. I've heard of that.
And like cardinal, mutable, there's like categories that you fall into too. So
Jesus
like where
Christ, there's so much to this.
Yeah. There's so much to it. There's a node, there's like Lilith, there's like this north node, south node.
Girl, you are
Chiron.
losing me.
Yeah.
You are losing me.
Yeah. Chiron's an ass. Let me tell you.
Okay, so it's a person.
Well, the wounded warrior he's referred to. Yeah. Or he or she. Mixing up my genders, but
Don't
like,
piss anybody off.
no, I'm trying not to. I swear to God. I swear to God. So there's planets and houses. So there's 12 houses.
Okay.
And depending on when you were born, it depends on when your planetary placements are in each house. And each house means something.
Okay.
And whatever planets are in that kind of like amplify whatever is in that house in a specific way.
Okay.
Tells the story of you, the moment you were born, and like what you came here to do, basically.
Oh, that sounds nifty.
Yeah. It's really eye-opening. I'm like, oh, yeah, that, like I said, that's why I'm a bitch.
Stop it.
So like the planets signify specific drives or energy. Mercury is communication. Venus is love. For example, houses define the specific arenas of life in which these energies play out. So like career, like stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Relationships, family.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So each 12 houses represents one of those things.
All right.
Western astrology, most widely recognized system in the West, centered around the 12 sun signs and calculated via the tropical zodiac. So that's what they use to their parameters. Mm-hmm. The Vedic astrology, like I was just talking about, an ancient system from India that relies on the sidereal zodiac, which takes the precession of the equinoxes into account. That's a whole other explanation to get into. I understand what that means. And strongly emphasizes destiny and karmic paths. So I have a Vedic astrology app versus in a Western. So like I refer to both.
Okay.
And it kind of still, it's similar, but like my planets are a little bit different. Because I think they use 13 instead of 12.
Okay.
Signs.
Okay.
Chinese astrology, tied closely to the lunar calendar, consists of a 12-year cycle featuring distinct animal signs: the rat, ox, tiger, dragon, with 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, water. So, you know.
I know I'm a tiger.
I'm a rooster.
You're a rooster.
I'm a cock. Explains so much. But anyway, so they have 12. So like every 12 years, it moves into a different sign. So we're in the year of.
I have no idea.
The horse, the fire horse. That's right.
Fire horse. That sounds.
That's
badass.
why everything's kind of chaotic, but it's supposed to like.
Okay, when does it end? When does the chaos end?
That's. I'm working on it. Runes, yay, casting. So we're getting into casting runes. So stuff you cast. So like runes are like little tiles that have different symbols, and all the symbols mean different things.
Okay.
So they're marks, stones, coins, other objects to receive symbolic answers to specific questions, dating from the 2nd century CE, where they're primarily used to inscribe sounds, names, and short messages into wood, stone, or metal, before eventually evolving into tools for modern divination and folklore. The main runic alphabets, known as Futharks or Futhorks, are named after their first 6 letters, similar to how the word alphabet comes from the Greek alpha and beta. Okay. The 3 main runic alphabets are Elder Futhark, Younger Futhark, and Anglo-Saxon Futhark.
That's very involved.
That is, I'm not going to get into that, but, you take, I don't even know how you do it because I've never done it. Interesting to learn, like casting. There's different kinds of tools for casting. Runes is one. Historically, runes were a standard communication tool. People used them to record ownership, carve memorial stones, and occasionally write short spells. Today, they are widely popular in esoteric practices and neo-paganism. Yep.
Okay.
Something I want to explore. So in regards to divination and modern practices like witchcraft and tarot, practitioners cast or draw runes from a bag to seek guidance or explore variables regarding the future. The runes are not viewed as fixed predictions, but as archetypes meant to spark intuition and suggest paths of action. Each rune has a name that represents a physical or conceptual meaning, such as Fehu, wealth, cattle; Uruz, aurochs, wild ox, or oh my god, I'm brutalizing these names. Thorisaz, giant
I can't
thorn.
do anything I can't pronounce. Nope.
So like with tarot, like it's like everything has a meaning. So it's just another way of telling the future or getting an answer to a question. Or
Why are people so focused on the future?
because they don't know how to live in the now.
They need to.
Like now, like take a pause.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
Relax.
Chillax. But like, you know, I don't know, it's just interesting. Like, well, it's not really telling the so like I should have prefaced this with this, but like it's not exactly telling the future. It's telling like it's reading your energy right now. So it is kind of like practicing in the now. So like there are many, because free will is involved.
Mm-hmm.
There are many possible paths a person can take. So like you say you have a reading today and then tomorrow something happens to change that. Like,
yeah. Okay. I get it.
You know,
yeah.
like, I don't know, you get I'd call it a flicker, like an aha moment. And you're just like, nah, you know, see, like free will is still involved. Like they can only predict the energy that's right now. So like if you continue in this energy, this is what could possibly happen.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm like explaining that for everyone to understand,
sense,
but like, yeah. That's the way that I've always like, when I explored it further, like, you know, from other people.
Yeah.
Like that's how they explain it. It's like,
Okay.
it's you reading your energy right now, and like the decisions you make tomorrow can like affect that,
Okay.
you know? I can get into quantum physics right now.
Thank you.
About the all worlds theory, but we're gonna save that for another episode. I'm gonna bring John in on that one.
Yeah,
because I need help. I need help with that one. I Ching. Oh my god, I Ching or Yijing, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, usually translated as a book of changes, is an ancient Chinese divination manual and philosophical text dating back over 3,000 years.
Oh
It
my
is
goodness.
one of the oldest and most influential classics in world literature, serving as a foundational pillar for both Confucianism and Taoism. Wow, I knew how to pronounce those.
Wow. 3,000 years.
3,000 years.
Wow.
I think people are older than we think they are. Because I don't know. Rather than offering rigid predictions, the text functions as a psychological and spiritual tool to help people reflect on the nature of change, timing, and personal choice, which I think is the goal.
Yeah.
It should be ultimately like,
Yeah.
it's as a guide, not as like, this is what's going to happen. It's like, this is most likely what happened if you make these decisions.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Core mechanics of I Ching or I Ching rely on a system of cosmic duality represented by yin and yang. We've all heard that. We've all seen the symbol.
Yep.
And there's like the polarities in that, but I'm not going to get into that. The balance. There's like, they explain like, I don't know if I want to get into the nitty gritty, but like the lines, yao, broken lines represent yin, receptive, dark, passive, while solid lines represent yang, active, light, assertive. But there's like a masculine and feminine aspect.
Yeah.
The trigrams, bagua, lines are stacked in groups of 3 to create 8 foundational trigrams, each representing a natural force, heaven, earth, water, fire, again with the elements.
Yeah, with the elements. Yeah.
So you see a theme here?
I do.
So, like, even in tarot and even in some oracle, they have some representation of the elements.
Yeah.
And planets, depending on, like, what tarot deck and whatever. Because they'll have them in the pictures on the cards. The hexagrams, by stacking 2 trigrams together, the text creates 64 unique hexagrams. Each hexagram contains a general title and an enigmatic statement known as the judgment and specific prose for each individual line. Sounds complicated, but I'm sure like
once you get into it,
yeah,
it's like it will make more sense.
it makes more sense. So how it works, when someone consults the I Ching, they traditionally ask an open-ended question or focus on a life situation. The reading is generated line by line from the bottom up using one of the several methods. The generation, diviners traditionally manipulate yarrow stalks or flip 3 coins 6 times to determine the lines. The primary hexagram, the initial 6 results create the primary hexagram reflecting the user's current situation. Changing lines, certain coin or stock combinations yielding changing lines, transition from yin to yang or vice versa. The relating hexagram, if changing lines exist, they transform into their opposite state to form a second hexagram, which maps out the future trajectory or inner potential for the life situation.
Okay.
Wow. That's okay, well. So, yeah, I wouldn't know how to break that down simply.
Yeah, that's
You would just,
yeah.
it's just one of those things you just gotta dive right in, I guess. And just like I said, it's a lot of like practicing on yourself. Pendulums.
You have practice in pendulums.
Yeah, I couldn't find mine. I'm so upset. I'm like, I have like 3 of them things. Like, where are they? Like, I looked in the last place I thought they were, and they weren't there. I'm like, what the fuck?
I packed mine, and I don't know where it went. Not that I've ever used it.
Yeah, so...
Again, I've just been like, I'm not fucking around finding out.
So, like...
I don't even know why I bought it.
You can use anything. Like, you can use a necklace with a charm on it and use that as a pendulum. FYI. So it's essentially using a weighted object suspended by a chain to gauge subconscious insights, often a simple yes or no question. Users in communities like Reddit's Pagan agree that pendulums are particularly popular for quick, direct guidance. So you swing it. It's like, show me yes, show me no, and you ask the question.
Do you have to be holding it?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you're asking on the behalf of someone else, I guess
my thing is like, you could be like subconsciously moving it.
Like the whole,
yeah.
like the whole idea with the planchette on the Ouija board.
Yeah, like if you hook it up to something, like say like, oh, boom, hook it onto here, and it starts like moving, but there, like, you know, there's like no breeze. Like, I think that holds a little more weight than you like hanging on to it, because like you do things subconsciously that you don't realize.
Right. There's micro movements and micro changes in your like hand and muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's room for error, margin for error. So I mean, I have my Reiki teacher, like, that thing would fucking swing. She was like amazing with the pendulum. Like, she's like, okay, show me the yes, show me no, and the thing would just immediately start moving, like with no effort. Like, you know what I mean? Like a light switch. I'm like magic. I'm like, she's doing magic. I don't know. But yeah, she showed us how to. Yeah, my Reiki teacher showed us how to use a pendulum, and you use it to. You can use it to clear your chakras. I haven't been using it in my practice, which I kind of want to get back into, because I add an extra layer of healing, I guess. But yeah, you essentially do it all down the chakras, and so you test it. Like with Reiki, to give a quick Reiki breakdown, like you scan the body first. You scan the sick line, they call it. And can't remember the Japanese word. Oh my God, my teacher would shoot me. So you go down the sick line, and then on the same idea, you can use the pendulum to find the sick line. So like, what chakras are not flowing, because it's supposed to rotate a certain way or a certain speed. Like if it's like if you go down and you like one is particularly fast, you need to slow that one down. Or if one's particularly slower than the others, you need to quicken that one up to like make them match, if that makes sense. Yeah. So like you have to balance the chakras. And you can use the pendulum with the Reiki, so the Reiki energy is working through the pendulum too at the same time. So it's like I don't know, it's just like another, like, it's like more of a validation than anything. Like, you can
Yeah.
physically see it spinning. Like, okay, yeah, there's something wrong here. But you can also feel it with the Reiki too.
Yeah.
It's just another added layer, like I said, of healing. So I mean, yeah. So you can use it to heal. You can use it to divine, like yes or no questions. Really is like a major thing. Like I said, you can use a divining, like a board, like a spirit board with it, like a Ouija board. So like there's a disc, a smaller disc that the pendulum swings. It can swing because it has.
To me, that's still fucking around and
Yeah.
finding out. Like, I'm very hesitant with that stuff.
I know. It's
I can't help it. Just like, nope.
nope. So the core physics. Let's just entertain this. Pendulum operates on a constant cycle. Gravity pulls the mass down to lowest resting point. The momentum carries it upward on the opposite side until gravity pulls it back down. Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty because it's like, okay, for time's sake, we're not even we're about halfway through. So like, pendulums are much more than classroom physics experiments. They have shaped history and technology. Timekeeping, discovered by Galileo and perfected by Christian Huygens, in the study of rhythmic swing of a pendulum, is used to govern the gears in traditional pendulum clocks, which makes sense. The Earth rotation, the Foucault pendulum uses a massive weight swinging in a fixed direction. As the Earth rotates, the pendulum's swing path appears to shift, visually proving the planet's rotation. Seismology, seismometers rely on suspended weights that remain still while Earth shakes around them, allowing engineers to measure and record earthquakes. So they're good for something. If not divination, they're good for, science-related reasons.
Yeah.
So they have a purpose. Dowsing rods.
Which you have also.
Yes. I brought them in. So, I mean, I think, like, one of the main things you can do, like, find water.
Find water?
Yeah. I think, like, it helps you find water.
Oh.
I think it's one of the things it can do.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, like, you can ask Spirit, show me yes, and show me no. Okay, Spirit. That's like how you, like, show me. Wait. Reset. Show me yes. If it'll work. Sometimes it's now I'm moving. Show me yes, Spirit. Of course, I'm shaking because I've had too much caffeine. It's
Too much coffee?
It's moving, but like, is it? Oh, there we go. That's yes. Okay, reset.
All I can see is your hands shaking.
I'm shaking because I've had too much caffeine today. Okay, well, the long and short of it is supposed to, like, so this is yes. Okay, reset. Usually, if you say reset, it goes by itself. Show me no. To say thank you, Spirit. Show me no. Okay, that's no. So that's no. So essentially, okay, so like every time you're like, okay, show me yes, show me no, and then you ask your question, yes or no question.
Uh-huh.
Basically, that's how it works.
Okay.
And usually if I'm like in tune, I'll be like, okay, reset, and then it just goes back to neutral. So for the sake of, yeah, but like you said, like I was shaking, so like it wasn't like,
Yeah.
I wasn't in complete connection, I guess. So dowsing rods are tools used in an ancient unproven practice aimed at locating underground water. Okay, minerals, hidden objects, and paranormal energy. The most common design is a pair of L-shaped metal wires that are held loosely in the hands and allowed to pivot freely. So, yeah. Those are dowsing rods. So,
Right on.
yeah, so for you can use it for finding things, and so they have a use. Scrying. Scrying. Okay, where's my scrying?
Oh, is that your
So looking into an object reflective with a reflective surface,
okay?
and like anything, like reflective, a crystal ball, a bowl of water, anything like a mirror. So it involves gazing to a reflective, translucent, or shadowy medium like a crystal ball, mirror, bowl of water, a candle flame. The goal is to induce a light trance-like state to bypass conscious thought and reveal intuitive insights, prophecies, or hidden knowledge.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of gazing, crystal gazing, mirror gazing, blackened mirror. There's one I want. It's black obsidian, and it's fancy. I see it.
Sounds expensive.
By the way, I've been getting ads for all of these things, just so you know. Thank you, AI or whatever. Water, hydromancy, water gazing, capnomancy, and pyromancy, smoke and fire. So, like, you can use it, like smoke from, from a fire, or like incense smoke, and you can gaze into a candle. You can gaze into a fire pit.
The only thing with that is, like, you know what's that term for when you look at something and you can see, like, patterns and objects, like you look in the closet,
just because you're looking for it. You're looking for it.
Yeah,
I forget the term for that. There's reading tea leaves, that's known as tasseography. So you brew and sip, swirl and drain, read the layout.
Like on Harry Potter.
Yeah. Oh, what was the the Grimm?
The Grimm.
I've never tried this. I kind of want to. So like you see different shapes and you interpret those shapes, and there's usually a booklet to interpret those shapes. Examples are an anchor, which represents stability in business, a bird, good news or travel, a cross, a challenge or sacrifice, key, unlocking new opportunities, snake, betrayal or impending challenge, star, a sign of good luck, hope, or wishes coming true.
Okay.
Originated in Greece and Rome, of course, and there's Norse traditions too. My gosh. We're not going to get into it. We're getting into the casting. The knuckle.
The what?
The knuckle bones. Wait.
Bone. What the hell?
Yeah. So
that does not sound pleasant. Whatever that is.
Osteomancy, or bone throwing.
Oh my God.
Tossing a collection of small animal bones, coins, or trinkets in an ancient form of divination where practitioners cast or throw bones, teeth, claws, shells, or symbolic charms onto a cloth or the ground. The diviner interprets the resulting patterns, how the objects land, and their proximity to one another to answer questions and gain spiritual insight. I've never done this, but bone casting is a cross-cultural practice with deep historical roots. African traditions found extensively in the traditional African Afro-Caribbean systems such as hoodoo, where shamans and healers interpret the energy of ancestors and spirits. Ancient Asia, in places like Shangyera, China, diviners often known for oracle bones used intense heat to crack turtle shells in animal scapulae, reading the future through natural fissures.
Oh.
In the shells, the cracks in the shells, I guess. Indigenous and European roots, similar practices span across various Native American traditions in ancient Nordic and Mediterranean cultures. E.g., carving sheep knuckle bones or for dice or in oracles. So, like, you can even, like, use dice as cast. Like I said, runes as casting, dice, coins, bones. if you have a thing for bones.
No, thank you.
So, like modern practitioners often use a collection of small charms, crystals, or coins.
Okay, that's safe.
So that's like, yeah. So we don't have to go and kill animals just to get bones, or go to the local butcher
or the pet cemetery.
No digging up the pets. Oh God, that is an episode.
Oh my.
That is a whole other episode. So we can use environmental. Geomancy, an ancient form of divination that interprets markings on the ground, soil patterns, or hand-drawn arrangements of dots and lines. Over time, its definition broadened to include environmental design and energy placement, such as feng shui or feng shui, however you aimed at harmonizing human dwellings with the natural world. So, like, place your bed north or something like that.
Yeah.
You want better sleep or something. I don't know. I'm making it up. I don't know if that's factual, so don't quote me on that. Sorry, I don't know everything, obviously.
God damn it, Holly.
I should know this by verbatim by heart. Tracing back to the 6th century Arabic text, this method involves casting random lines of dots in sand or on paper. These dots are grouped to form 16 symbolic figures, which are then arranged into a chart. Similar to astrological wheel. So, okay. So you see how these things kind of relate.
Yeah.
Chinese geomancy, an ancient Chinese practice that evaluates the flow of energy, qi, across geographic features, landscapes, buildings to promote health, prosperity, and good fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Western earth divination, popularized in medieval Europe, it adapted Arabic casting methods by combining earthly divination with the astrological principles to interpret the spiritual meaning behind physical spaces and marks. My God, there's so much. Capnomancy, an ancient form of divination that interprets the direction, movement, and color of smoke from a fire. Oh, we just kind of got into that. To predict the future or gain spiritual insight. Again, they read the smoke direction. The direction the smoke's rising in a straight, uninterrupted line indicates a positive omen, good fortune, or spiritual clarity. If the smoke blows sideways, spreads out, or descends toward the ground, it often signals an unfavorable outcome or impending obstacles. Density and color. Thin, light smoke is a favorable sign, whereas heavy, dense, or dark smoke can symbolize confusion, stagnation, or need of precaution. Movement, swirls, and spirals in the smoke generally represent transformation, cyclical events, or upcoming changes.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Augury or ornithromancy.
What's with the words, man?
I don't know. But augury is Roman, ornithromancy is Greek. Greek's got to up the ante. Up the ante with the word, first of all. Our ancient practices of interpreting divine will and predicting the future through the behavior of flight patterns and songs of birds. So, ancient bird watching gone awry. Because birds travel through the sky, the ancients viewed them as heavenly messengers capable of bridging the gap between earthly life and the realm of the gods.
Okay.
So, basically, we can use anything for divination.
It's literally
anything. We can interpret, I don't know, anything. So, like, signs in the sky. Like, I'm sure, like, you go by, like, flight paths, altitudes, formations, what kind of birds they are, vultures, buzzards, whatever, mean different things, sounds, different vocalizations, directions. They all, like, interpreted.
Yeah.
Using everything meant a different thing. So, yeah. So if you want to get into this, I suggest there's sources online you can, if you want to, like, get into the practice of and interpreting the call. Like, is that a good omen? And the formation? Somatomacy. Body reading. Body language.
Okay.
Our body divination is an interpretive practice that treats the physical human body, its features, structure, and energetic tension as a system of signs. It ranges from traditional occult traditions of divination to modern practices focused on somatic awareness and reading physiological histories. Oh my God, that's a mouthful. That's what she said. Historically,
Oh my God.
Historically,
Jesus.
Jesus, fix it. Historically, somatomacy relies on divining a person's character, temperament, or destiny by examining physical traits. Physiognomics, the practice of determining character from facial features. Phrenology, interpreting mental faculties and traits based on the shape and measurements of the human skull. So, like reading the bumps on your skull. Mole divination. Mole, mole, mole.
I knew you were going to do that.
Don't say mole.
As soon as you said it, I knew you were going to do that.
Really? Treating moles on various parts of the body as bearing microcosmic or astrological signs. I don't know.
No, I'm good.
Well, I mean, supposedly if you have, like, I have moles on my forearms all over the place. Who doesn't? But, like, who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Supposedly that means you're a witch.
Please.
Anyway. So, yeah. Is that palmistry?
I think anyone that's looking for a sign, you're going to find one.
Yeah. I mean,
no matter what
really.
you have to do. Like, in all honesty, it's like they will do whatever they have to do to get whatever sign they're looking for.
Yeah. I mean,
reading the palms. Like,
yeah, so, like, there's your dominant hand, non-dominant hand. Non-dominant hand represents your innate traits, inherited characteristics, and the destiny you were born with. The dominant hand reflects your current conscious choices, life experiences, and how you apply your innate traits in the real world. So, yeah, it's like so, like, their heart line, emotional, headline, lifeline, fate line. Like, how many kids you're going to have. Like, if you were a healer.
They told me I was going to have 5 kids. They were wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe in a formal life.
They were very wrong. Because I get none.
Well, maybe adopt.
Well, yeah.
Would you adopt 5 children?
Let's get through 1. Okay.
There's always adoption.
Of course, but I'm like, you know.
Have you ever had your palms read?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, yeah, you just said 5 kids thing.
Yeah.
They were wrong. I never got mine read. The physiognomy, practice of judging a person's character, moral standing, or personality traits based on their outward physical appearance. Don't judge a book by its cover. So if they're ugly... Wow.
That's...
This, like, I don't know what to make of that.
I'm trying to decide whether I'm offended.
I'm getting offended by this divination practice.
Dude.
Like,
that's horrible.
Who are you?
That was developed by Mean Girls.
Ancient Greece. Mean Girls in Ancient Greece.
Mean Girls in Ancient Greece. What's that character in Mean Girls?
Was it Regina?
Regina George.
Regina George.
Regina Georges of Greece.
The Regina Georges of Greece
created
this. I think that led into, like, that has to have a connection with, like, racism and stuff like that.
Yeah, probably.
100%. Like, come on now. Like,
seriously.
Like, features and, like...
It's... No.
Yeah, no.
That.
No. We're going to skip that one. We don't like that one. This one is a bizarre one.
They've all been bizarre.
Onychomacy. I don't even know if I'm...
Me?
At this point, it's all word salad.
It really feels like it.
Reading of your fingernails.
I'm sorry. Skip next.
That's the last on my list. I saved that for the last.
That's ridiculous.
The ridges and white marks and, like...
It's
breaking a specific fingernail.
It's called calcium deficiency. Like, honest to God.
Take some vitamins.
Oh,
my gosh.
That's wild. Fingernails. Oh, my God. The last 2 like me off the cliff.
The oil in your nail, and you hold your fingers up to, like, the light, and it shines a specific way. It means a specific thing.
I get a finger for you.
I was just going to say that. This one stands for ether. The 5 elements. That's ether.
Oh, that tracks. I'll take it.
So, infinite potential. Shove it up your ass.
That's wild. Again, like I said, people, if you're looking for a sign, you're going to do whatever you have to do. Fingernails, looking at somebody like in the clouds, in the dirt, throwing rocks, like reading your palms, like
Cloud formations.
tea leaves, like
You want to, if you want to see it, you're gonna see it. I guess.
Exactly. That's kind of what it's feeling like with all of this.
With some of them, like
some of them,
yeah.
you know, like the tarot cards are cool. The Ouija board can fuck right off. I don't like that, but like all the different tarot and oracle and stuff, that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
One thing I think, I don't know if it is divination method, but like dream interpretation.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I don't know if that. I mean, I suppose it could be because like people do have like recurring dreams or like prophetic dreams.
I've had some weird dreams.
That could be another episode. We can get into like lucid dreaming and stuff like that. Like dream interpretation.
Yeah, that'll be another episode. We gotta have John in for that one too.
We gotta have John in for that. Yeah. He should have been here for this.
I know, dude.
I think
I could have just been over there like taking a nap while you guys like do your thing.
I know, just going back. This episode probably would have been longer. Yeah, because he probably knew like more information on every, like he wouldn't have had to like really read.
Yeah,
like a lot. I'm surprised I didn't know like some of these.
I mean,
yeah. So now
you're still learning. You said
I'm still learning. Oh my god, there's just
none of this.
There's just so much. Oh my god.
So I was the student today. I knew like the very like basics.
Yeah. So
like
it's just,
I didn't realize it was that involved.
It is involved, especially like doing the astrological chart.
I just thought you like literally pick some cards and you're like, oh, this means this, coming out of your ass. But it actually, like, there's a point.
Yeah, there is a point. Always.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And a side note, like, a helpful hint or whatever, like, I would be leery of someone who charges very little money for a reading, because that means they're not very good. At least what I've been told.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is, like, if I was good at it, I wouldn't be charging a lot of money.
I would charge, like the moderate amount, because you have to like it. You have to channel. You're essentially channeling. Like, it's tiring.
Okay.
After because I did like 6 readings, like small readings for people, I was exhausted.
Really?
Because you're like reading into their energy and like you're picking up on like their spirit guides. Their spirit guides are essentially communicating through you.
Okay.
I didn't realize that, and then I'm like, my God, I need a cigarette.
You didn't read the directions, Holly, on how to do this?
I'm like, I need a drink. Like after
Speaking of drink, I think I need one now. After all this,
I had one the other day. I was so disappointed.
Oh, really?
Like when
it's like when you're really like excited
about
something and it doesn't.
And it didn't happen. But it's really nobody's fault. But like I was just having a day, and it was Father's Day, and I was just like, it's kind of a hard day. So I needed a little advice from Captain Morgan. I'm not happy, but I went like over a year without having anything, and then like honestly, I put 2 shots in there, and I was drinking it, and halfway through, I'm like, ugh.
Disappointing.
It's disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, no. I finished it, but I was just like, nah. I think it's going to be a while before I have another drink.
Yeah. I was going to say, I can't remember the last time I had a drink, but it was actually when I was in Salem.
Hello?
Yeah. It was in Salem.
She doesn't remember, that's why.
Boy, did I make up for lost time.
She barely remembers. Oh, my God.
I'm too old to do that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you, if the Scotsmen come back to Boston,
dude, we're on the first train.
I will steal a duck boat.
Dude, so much fun.
I will bring the cones for the Scotsmen.
They are a good time.
Let me tell you.
They are a good time. They need to come back to Boston.
If you need any assistance placing the cones, I'm your girl.
Yep.
But yeah.
I can point.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So good time. That would be a good time. But yeah, so like I hope this brings everybody some insight as to what divination is and like what work goes into it and all the different, like, I even
Forms
learned
of it.
I even learned some stuff, and I probably missed some. I don't know. I'm curious now, but yeah, fingernail reading I would not get into.
Hell no. That's a.
I don't really like looking at fingernails to
No,
begin with. It
dude.
just depends.
I'm good.
Like, imagine if you read toenails. No,
That's disgusting. Stop it.
somebody out there with a foot fetish, like, oh,
You. Again, if you want a sign and you look, you'll do anything.
You'll find that.
I'm pretty sure there's like,
And that mole on your big toe. You might want to get that checked out. That doesn't look too good.
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.